everybody. Welcome back to our table. Thank you for all the subscriptions, all the gifted subs, for the hype train. Thank you, friends all. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to today's makeup game. Before we start, unfortunately, our darling Blue is still feeling under the weather, so they are not able to join us today. However, we are going to give it our best shot today without them. But of course, they will be missed. I've tried to put something together today in the final moments before we started. So hopefully it will be fun. Hopefully it will be a hot mess. Hopefully you'll enjoy it. Hopefully I'll remember what I was set out to do. But we'll have a good time no matter what. Before I started, I of course wanted to thank our sponsor for the episode, First Fantasy Books. First Fantasy Books is a startup created to bring engaging and inclusive fantasy books and stories to all readers through appropriately leveled books and cattails. Learning to read for the first time, or as learning to read as English as a second language, can be frustrating, scary, and sometimes even embarrassing due to the texts available at lower English proficiency levels. At First Fantasy Books, we are about opening doors and including everyone in the magical world of fantasy. The books, made for ages 4 to 14, are repeated sentence books designed to help develop core vocabulary and a solid understanding of sentence structures while learning firsthand that reading can be fun and imaginative. The Explorer's Guide to Ogre Faces is out now, and the highly anticipated Explorer's Guide to Potions is also out. That's exciting! So go and check it out more. Check it out at First Fantasy Books. You can. My cat is really wants to play D&D with us today. You can check them out on their website, which you can find by clicking in the About section of our bio page. You can click on their little caption there. Go give them a follow on Twitter and Instagram. They are awesome, and we adore them. Hello out there to all subscribers. If you are a subscriber, please make sure you join our Discord. We've been having so much fun in the Discord. I have started asking for name suggestions in the Discord, and they have started filtering into our game, and I love it, and I want everyone to be a part of that. For everybody, we do have merch as well, so don't forget to check out merch. And for those who are going to be at Star Trek Missions in Chicago, we are going to be doing a live game, so we are so excited to see you there. We probably won't be able to record and put it out there for people who aren't able to make it. I understand the frustration in that. It's kind of a bummer, but we're really at the point where asking for tables is a big deal. So we're working up to getting to the point where we can ask people to record it for us so we can share it with everyone. But, that's why we started this stream, is because we hated the fact that it was only available to people who could afford to go to conventions or for people who were near conventions. And the whole point of the stream is so that everybody can kind of participate with us. Without further ado, let's get in to today's game. Say hi, everybody.
Hi, everybody.
Hi.
When last we left off, which seems like, I don't know, a million years ago now, you both had helped a creature named Lengua change their form, not back to the original dragonborn form, but actually to a form of an actual dragon, and they flew off into the distance, perhaps to help your monastery, Tisryn. Now, we all know that adventures were had in between then, but you both don't know anything about that. And when we pick up, you all have been back at your dorm room. You have relaxed, decompressed, and actually, I wanted to start today's session with a bit of downtime. Over the next week, no attacks happen, no major incidents, no crushes are formed, as far as we know so far. Is there anything you guys would like to do or accomplish or talk to or look at during a bit of downtime?
Yeah, could we start with a long rest?
You absolutely can have a long rest.
Awesome.
That definitely counts as downtime.
Yeah.
By the end of the week of downtime, you're pulling yourself along covered in blood and mud.
Oh no. Tuyen is just, practicing throwing daggers in the spot in the living room where there's all the holes in the wall.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Yes, Tisryn.
Is there any book? I guess I would like to look in the library for any books that might have any indication of the language or the style of the alphabet or the language in the book from
Sure.
from the monastery.
Yeah, you head over to the library. Go ahead and roll me an investigation check to see if you can find, well,
9.
a 9. You are looking around for books on language. You are looking around for books on strange happenings. You're kind of looking for anything you can. You find a book that has a lot of beautiful pictures in it that really catches your eye. And one of the pictures is of a giant worm that crashes in and out of like a huge mountain. It's almost like it's consuming a huge mountain. And that really catches your eye. It's beautifully painted. And then you look up and you're just sitting in the library.
Oh well.
There is someone in the library. She has like long dark green hair, and it almost seems like her hair seems like blow in the wind. She's a half elf, and sort of has like a knowing smile, a very comfortable, loose fitting orange and white robes. And she looks at you and smiles, and she looks to be a student as well, and says, "Hi, do you need help finding anything?"
Only if you whisper. We can only talk to each other with whispering in the library.
Oh, my mistake. I don't really whisper. I don't have to since I spend so much of my time in here. But I'll lower my voice if that's all right.
Of course. But what is your name? My name is Tisryn.
My name is Julie Eberwind.
Hello, Julie. I do need help. I have this book.
And I show her the book.
And I do not recognize the languages in it. And no one has been able to recognize the languages in it. But it might be a dangerous book too.
She says, have you thought about praying about it?
Praying to?
Well, to which god do you worship?
I do not worship any gods.
Oh.
We do not worship gods where I'm from.
Well, have you ever thought about maybe bringing a god into your life to help you solve this problem? I don't know anything about languages, and I'm not quite sure I can help you with this book, but I'm sure there's a whole pantheon of gods who might be able to help you.
Language gods?
I don't know, but perhaps if you came to one of the Divinity and You meetings, we might be able to find one for you.
Okay, when is this?
We have a meeting later this week, at the beginning of next week. We just meet
This week at the beginning of next week.
I misspoke, and for that I sincerely apologize.
It is okay. I forgive you.
Thank you. Your forgiveness means so much to me and so much to everyone, Tisryn. We actually meet in the big grassy field that's just below Keelan College. We'll meet at dusk. And perhaps in the meantime, I can see if there are any gods that might deal with language and help you in your journey.
Thank you so much.
Thank you,
It's
Tisryn.
nice to meet you. Would you like to do calisthenics with me as well? In the morning at sunrise.
Make a persuasion check.
18.
No, thank you. But perhaps I can find a god of calisthenics or movement?
Yes.
I don't think there will be much overlap with language and calisthenics, but I can certainly try and find one.
Thank you.
Uh,
It's nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too, Tisryn. I'll see you next week.
Okay.
Go ahead and take a positive relationship point with Julie Eberwind.
Aw.
You would know. Well, actually, Anthony, Tisryn, roll a religion or history check. 3.
Oh no.
Yeah, you just picked up that the name of this thing was Divinity in You. But the mystery of the campaign has been solved, so there's that at least. Tuyen, is there anything you would like to do during downtime now that you have your long rest under your belt?
I just wanted to go over, because I didn't write it down. What was the relationship boon that I got from Ahmed from becoming
Great question. I love that
beloved?
question. You have advantage on all initiative rolls and sleight of hand rolls.
Nice. Okay, cool. Initiative. Just struggling to spell initiative. And sleight of hand.
I don't know anything about that. Yes, Tisryn, you have a pained look on your face.
I was burping.
Sorry.
Tuyen, have you told us about how the date went with Ahmed and what the status of your relationship is?
I have not. Are we're back at the dorm just hanging out?
I
Sure.
don't know.
Okay. Do you wanna do? Hey, Tisryn. I just while we had some downtime, I just wanted to talk to you a little bit about what's going on with me and Ahmed. So the date went well. I'm really grateful that you suggested Ash May's place because he cooked us this beautiful meal. It was onion themed, of course. We got to know each other better. We talked about sort of our background, like our family and where we grew up and stuff. And we had very different upbringings, but I think we also have enough in common to have a cool relationship. We did end up, taking things a step further, and I feel something special with
What is
him.
meant by taking things a step further?
So when two or more people are attracted to each other in a way that's more than just a friendship, so more than just wanting to spend time with someone, sometimes
Suddenly there's a knock at the door. And you hear out from outside of your door, you hear, Tisryn, Tuyen, did you guys hear?
I open the door. Hello, who's this one? Hello?
Standing at the door is your old friend Yarth Breaknot, the large yellow and green skinned troll with sort of loose fitting clothing. She's wearing kind of this pink and white polka dot dress now, and she looks at you all as she's in the doorway and says, Did you hear the Storm and Company blacksmithy shop? It got damaged or burned down or something.
Who in the what?
I don't think we've been there before, but do you know what happened? Is anyone hurt? Are they okay?
I don't know. I don't know, but it's the campus blacksmithy shop. It's where they sell weapons and armor and all sorts of metallurgic goods.
Should we go over there and scope it out and see what happened?
I was thinking about checking it out if you both wanted to join me.
Yeah, sure. And how are you feeling, Yarth? I know the last time we saw you, you had just, fallen unconscious and I had just scared you and...
No, I feel amazing. I've been sleeping excellently for the first time, and it feels like weeks, I think. But I'm finally able to rest again, and for that I will always appreciate you. Where is your friend Rufus.
He's not feeling well.
You
He's under the weather.
Oh, he's sick.
This is the phrase that I learned. I used to think that under the weather meant you were standing under a storm cloud, but it apparently means you are not feeling well.
Yeah.
Oh,
Maybe we
that's-
can bring some soup by his dorm later and just, leave it outside for him.
I think that is a swell idea.
Yeah.
Shall we go check out what happened?
Yeah. I guess, I just like sort of put all like my weapons, like, like grabbing my longsword just in case, never know what's going to happen.
Oh my god, my camera froze. God, I'm going to shoot my camera into the goddamn sun. Hold on a second.
No.
Oh my lord.
In the meantime,
Please hold.
maybe as we're walking, you can tell me more about what you mean by what happens between two people or more people.
Well,
Oh my god. Oh my lord.
Oh no. Well, Yars,
Julie, is that you talking about my God and my Lord? Julie, are you back? Oh,
Oh boy.
Jesus Christ.
our
I'm
windows.
sorry, everyone. Hold on. Lord Jesus. I'm going to go to a quick intermission. Sorry, everybody.
You're good.
All right, everyone. We're back.
Wow.
I've got more dramatic lighting. It's finally what I've
who's
always
Jesus
wanted.
Christ?
Anyway, you all head towards this building. Sorry, 1 second here. Let me just get everything back in order. It is to the south of campus. Oh my lord. My God. I'm so sorry.
So, Tisryn, I guess I wanted to talk to you about, different types of attraction to people. Like, there can be romantic attraction, and there can be sexual attraction, or there can be platonic attraction, and they're all different things.
You head south, past everything, basically going down and down the campus until you come to this building. It's like a large building that has almost been completely collapsed. The front is in ruins. You can see on the ground there is a sign for Storm and Company blacksmithing shop that is on the ground and shattered. And you can see that the front entrance is completely collapsed. There's splintered wood everywhere, and it's almost like the damage of this building continues in a straight line, like bifurcating this building. And you hear from inside the rubble this meek voice go, "Help! Help me!"
I rush to it. I want to help.
You hear this voice from inside the rubble. Go ahead and make a strength check as you try and clear out this rubble.
18.
18, yeah, you pull back a huge piece of wood, fling it backwards, and you can see that underneath this rubble is a small human woman who said, "Oh, thank you for saving me." Oh. And just as you are about to help this person out, you hear these two voices behind you that says, wait a second. You're tampering with an active investigation. All right? There's some strange...
She was asking for help, and I was available to help.
All right, well, just don't touch anything else. And you turn around to see two uniformed campus security officers in black caps and tight black pants, a loose-fitting black jacket. On their jacket is like a small circular pin with the logo of the campus security. You help this woman up, and she says, thank you so much. You can see there's smoke sort of billowing out of this building as well. I'm so thankful you were able to help me.
Are you okay? Do you need any healing, or how are you feeling?
I'm okay. Some sort of giant metallic automaton just crashed through here, and there was this loud whirring sound, and all of the metal items and the ore and everything just started flying off the wall and sticking to this automaton's body. And once it had everything stuck to it, it just crashed out the other side and kept going. I'm okay. I think I'm lucky that a sword didn't cut me in half, or the building didn't crush me.
What is an automaton?
It's like
a robot, kind of?
What is a robot?
Like a giant machine that sometimes does good things, and then I guess in this case it does bad things. But who made this? Was anyone like piloting it, or was it just like operating by itself?
You can see that the human, or actually the gnome security officer steps up and sort of steps next to you, and says, hold on, I'm asking the questions here, okay? And turns to the human who you've rescued and says, was there anybody piloting this thing? And the human sort of looks back and forth between the two of you, and she says, no, I don't think so. She looks at the security guard and says, do you think you're able to help me? Is there anything you can do? It headed off far to the east, and you can see as you look that there's like this path of destruction that continues on to the east.
I think we should follow the path of destruction that continues on to the east.
Yeah, sounds like a good plan. We can confront whatever this thing is.
Maybe I should fly ahead and scout from the sky to see what I see.
Sure, yeah, that sounds like a good plan.
Yeah, you want to fly off and check? Yeah,
Yes.
Go ahead and make a perception check.
16.
Yeah, you can see that the to the east. How long do you want to look for? Do you want to just get a quick glance, or do you want to sort of do a long look at things?
A long look enough to not so far away, but I don't know.
Sure.
I can fly. What is it?
You want to get a really good look, not just like look up and see if it's nearby. Yeah, you can see that these footprints continue pretty far to the east. The terrain sort of changes from a thick forest into kind of high grass and bushes, and it's sort of heading in the direction of the coastline of the Obsidian Ocean. And you can see sort of off in the distance that there is like a small farmhouse and like a larger barn with a bit of white smoke trailing out of the top of it, that it looks like that is the direction in which it's headed.
Do you not see the thing itself?
You don't see the thing. Meanwhile, Tuyen, you're standing with these three people, and one of the security officers, again, the sort of shorter gnome, turns to you and says, look, if you guys want to investigate this, I think that's fine with us. It's clearly heading off campus, which is out of our jurisdiction. I'm sorry, I don't think we can help you any further.
I think that should be okay. Tisryn, do you think we can handle this on our own?
I fly. I
Okay, I'm sorry, I forgot that you were standing. Hey, Tisryn, do you think that we can handle this on our own?
I suppose it is possible. Is Yarth still with us or no?
Yarth is still standing there, and she kind of goes, whoa, this looks really bad.
Would you
Are
like
you
to
able
come
to
with?
do things like fighting things, or are you just like friendly person?
I could try. I've never really done much fighting.
I do not know if we need trying people who don't know how to fight, because we have skills. And do you have skills?
We don't want you to get hurt, I guess is the
No.
important thing here.
Okay. I can juggle.
You
That's
should stay here
cool.
and juggle for these nice investigators, and we will go and we will look for the
Ma-
automaton.
Yeah, exactly. Should
The robot.
maybe Yarth, you could stay here and help rebuild? I don't know if any of this is salvageable. Is it? I mean, I don't know
You can
much about.
see Yarth starting to look and set, and she looks for a second, and if you remember, she she's kind of like this budding architect, and she thinks, I think I could maybe not rebuild but redesign so it won't fall over again if an automaton attacks it.
That would be great. Yeah, and also I think other people from your college could help because they rebuild those buildings that fall over all the time.
Yes, I will gather folks from
All
Keelan
right.
College to help. That is a good idea.
Amazing. Awesome. Okay. Well, we'll
We are
catch
off
up
to
with
make
you
a difference
later.
again. We are off to. Thank you for alerting us to help us make a difference.
Yeah.
The woman sort of runs up to you both and says, "Thank you both so much. It would mean so much to me if you could figure out what's going on, or if you're able to recover anything that was stolen. That way, I can get my insurance deposit and afford to rebuild.
Insurance deposit?
That's a thing. It's a thing. Like it's an insurance, and they'll pay for the damage so that I can rebuild the shop."
That's good. That's really good.
This sounds very strange. Well, let us go to find what is happening.
Okay.
I agree. And good luck. And we'll catch up with y'all later once we figure out what's going on here.
You guys start to head east, making your way through like the tall grass, leaving some of the larger trees behind.
Watch out for lightning. In the grass, in the tall grass.
Make a perception check to see if you see any lightning.
13.
You don't see any lightning. Doesn't mean it's not there.
No lightning.
Go ahead and make a survival check as you attempt to.
23.
23. Yeah, you're able to super easily follow these tracks.
It is this way, Tuyen. I saw it from the sky, and now I can see it from the ground, and it matches my perception from there and here at the same time.
Yeah, you make pretty quick work, and before much longer, you can see in front of you that there is this sort of small 2-room farmhouse, and then behind that there looks to be a larger barn. The barn sort of has like 2 large double doors, and there is a bit of smoke coming out of some sort of smokestack or chimney from the barn.
Could we stealthily go up to it?
Yeah, do you want to go to the farmhouse first or the barn?
The barn?
Yeah, go ahead and give me stealth checks.
Okay.
We are going to be very quiet and careful.
Got a 9.
A 9.
5.
25. Tuyen, you are sort of walking up and trying to remain stealthy, but it's very open. There's not like a lot of places for you to hide and stay hidden. And you just sort of find yourself running across this field. Tisryn, you're sort of thinking about it a bit more strategically out in the open, and you sort of take this longer route, hitting a couple of bushes on the way, and you are both sort of at the barn. Will you both make perception checks at this barn?
Dirty 20.
22.
Yeah, you can see basically that there is a large double door opening in the front that sort of seems like barred with maybe it's like been barred from the inside, and that there is a side door as well that has a little knob on it.
I think we need to try the side door.
Okay. Okay. And we try
Do you
to.
hear anything from inside?
Make another perception check, or wait, no, you just rolled, right? What did you roll? 20? Yeah, from the inside you can hear like sort of the faint clanging of metal, yeah, that's what you hear from inside.
I hear the faint clanging of metal. It sounds like the automaton is in there.
It could be. We should probably be very quiet. Can I see if the door is unlocked or is it locked?
Yeah, you try the door handle and it is locked.
Can I pick the lock?
Yeah, go ahead.
With advantage.
Good luck.
Thank you. 12.
12. You kind of put your thieves tool in. Are you trying to pick this stealthily, or are you just trying to like smash? All right, roll a stealth check as you do it as well.
All right. I wish I had advantage on stealth too. 5.
5. Yeah, you
It's
are
not
trying
a
to like
stealthy day.
fiddle with this side lock, and you can just like hear you're like catching on this like thing in the tumbler, and it's like, and it kind of is like kicking and clacking, and you don't seem to be able to be quite able to unlock this lock. And it sounds like you're a little worried because you might have made a little bit of sound as well.
Are there any windows or anything? Or
There doesn't look to be any windows on the barn, but there are windows in the farmhouse.
I want to fly up to the roof and look around on the roof.
Okay. Do you want to land on the roof or just look at it?
No,
roll me a stealth check as you land on the roof if you'd like to.
Natural 20.
Yeah. You land like perfectly
Or 27.
down. And you are
Nice.
absolutely unheard, unseen. But the roof just looks... the only thing that's interesting about the roof is that it looks a little bit fortified. Like it's been reinforced with metal of some kind. Not like it is just sort of like a tattered, falling apart barn roof. It looks like it's meant to be strong.
And the smokestack?
The smokestack is like just a circular metal tube that's sticking out over the part of the back part of the barn, and you can just see plumes of white smoke billowing out.
I go back down to Tuyen.
Okay.
There's no other opening.
Doesn't seem like it. There is the front, and there is this side door which you just weren't able to unlock.
Could I try to pick the lock again?
You certainly can, but the DC will be higher.
Okay. Ooh, 23.
A 23. Roll another stealth check.
Okay. Let's see. Oh, 5 again.
5, yeah. You were like, oh, I see what I was doing wrong. You picked this lock, but in doing so, the whole sort of thing of the door handle, you can feel it just go plump and tunk, 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 tunk on the other side, on the inside. So the door is unlocked, but the door handle has fallen off, and you can feel it. It has dropped on the inside, most likely alerting anything that may or may not be
I
inside.
take out my quarterstaff to get ready.
And then I want to take my quarterstaff and I go like this to stand to the side. And I push open the door, but stand against the wall, trying to open the door without revealing my body.
All right, you kind of the door's open. Do you want to kind of peek in?
But carefully.
Make a perception check with disadvantage.
Yes. I rolled the same number on both dice. 12.
12. Okay. Let's see here. You see this like large wooden barn. Around the sides that you can sort of see poking in, you see these large, thick chains that are holding up different pieces of what you might think are automatons or like parts of metal beings. You see like a massive arm dangling from a hook, all made of metal, like a foot that's sort of raised off the ground. There's a large, unmoving metallic head on the ground. And they all look unmoving, and they're like almost like Tisryn would imagine them as like parts of a machine or something like that, similar to Hilly, who you encountered very early on, but not the same. But that's sort of all you can see with just your quick poke in.
There are parts of robots in there. What should we do?
Should we go in?
Be careful.
Do you guys walk in?
Yes.
But will you both make another set of stealth checks as you try and enter this stealthily?
5 again. What is with me rolling these fucking fives?
Oh my god.
Ah,
10. Yeah, you guys both are like, all right, we're going to go in stealthily, but you just sort of realize you walk right into just a totally open room. There's nothing for you to hide behind. And as you walk in, you see this 10-foot tall automaton on the other side of the room. It looks like it's made from plated metal armor. It like has gears and tubes which sort of whirl and whine underneath it as it's moving. Its face looks like this large curved helm with a single glass orb in the middle that sort of acts as its eye. And its whole body is covered in swords and shields and dagger and like large chunks of metal ingot. And the creature is staring right at you. And sort of lifts a large metallic hand. And in the back of the room, you actually hear this voice call out. And this voice says, "You'll never stop us. We will have our revenge." And as you turn your head, you see this goblin dressed all in black step into this metallic orb in the back corner that sort of swings shut flush behind it as this giant automaton charges towards you. Would you guys go ahead and roll initiative?
All
right.
Tuyen, you get to roll with advantage.
Yes, I can.
Let's see. Here we go. All right.
Heck, I'm rolling so poorly. 13.
13.
11. Where's the
13
goblin?
and 11. That is a great question, actually. Let me put this down. I forgot to describe one thing. The goblin is in some kind of circular orb or egg or something protecting itself, it looks like. And you can also see behind the automaton that now as you're like standing looking straight on, there's this like huge furnace that's burning, and that you can see out of the furnace pours like this molten metal that's falling into these casts or molds. Up first is Tuyen. Tuyen, you are... Oh, wait, that's Rufus. Sorry. Tuyen, you're over here. No Rufus today. Tuyen, you're over here. You are sort of facing down this automaton, which looks like it's charging you.
Okay. I would like to pull out my longsword and also the Elmar's necklace of prayer beads.
Okay.
Which I didn't mention it, but during the long rest I charged it.
Amazing. Absolutely.
So with this I can deal an extra 2d6 of radiant damage to the target.
If you use the spell in it.
Okay.
So I think
So
you can...
would I be able to use the spell and attack at the same time, or do I have to do one at a time?
Let me actually look, because I think this is like a... Let me see what I did.
I think it says I can use it as a bonus action. Yeah, each bead contains a spell that you can cast from it as a bonus action.
Yeah, so you can
my
use
action to
Branding
attack.
Smite as a bonus action.
Okay, cool. All right, so using my longsword, or
See-
short sword. Sorry, short sword.
That's all right. Do you want to charge? You
Wrong
want to
weapon.
charge it?
Mm-hmm.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. You're still a little far away to hit it, unfortunately.
What about throwing a dagger from this distance?
You could definitely throw a
I
dagger.
think you said 5. Were we on the same plane?
Yeah, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25,
Wait,
30.
but wait, you're starting 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Sorry, yes. 5, 10, 15. Yes.
We
Alright,
know
I'll-
I'm not good at counting, so it's
Yeah.
it's good to double check.
Right.
I'll try throwing the dagger. That's a 9 to hit.
A 9 misses as you throw this dagger. It goes wide, and sort of you can actually see it sort of splashes some of the molten metal behind it as it sort of like splashes on the wall and like singes some of the wall as you miss. Up next is this large automaton. It sort of stumbles forward, and it is just going to bring up one of its fists and try and slam it down on you, Tuyen. Does a 15 hit?
Yeah.
All right. So that will be 7 points of damage as this fist just slams down into you. But that is just going to be its turn. Tisryn, it is now your turn.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. I want to run. Where's my speed? I can't find it on the thing. Oh, there it is. Oh no, it's too far. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 30. Too far. I want to bonus action step out the wind, use key points.
Sure.
And get up to the egg goblin.
Yeah. All right. You are
and
there.
See if I can bash. I see what happens if I try to bash.
Go ahead and roll an attack.
Egg. I just have a feeling. 21 to hit.
Go ahead and roll damage.
Okay. That is 12 points.
12 points of
12 points of bludgeoning damage.
Yeah, you bring your quarterstaff up and like twang, and you can see the metal sort of bow underneath the power of your quarterstaff, and it almost opens just a slight crack in the areas that it had sort of come together to protect whatever creature is inside. And you can hear this kind of squeal and scream from inside of fear. You definitely damaged it. It looks like it's not quite destroyed yet.
Understandable. Okay, that is all I can do. Wait, yes, that is all I can do. Yes, because I did my bonus action. I did my bonus action step out the wind. It's the first time I've used it the whole campaign.
Way to go. We love to see it. We love to see it. That would mean that Tuyen, you are up next.
Okay, I'm gonna try with my short sword now that it's close.
All right.
That's an 18 to hit.
An 18 to hit definitely hits. If you want to spend your wait, Anthony, why am I blanking? Do you spend your bonus action to do? No, you just spend your speed to do steady aim, right?
Yes.
It's a bonus action.
Bonus action, yeah.
Oh,
Thank
okay,
you. So if you want to use your bonus action to steady aim, then you can add your sneak attack damage as well.
You give yourself advantage.
Ooh.
And you can roll with advantage.
Yeah, I think I'll do steady aim instead of using the prayer beads then.
Okay.
So that is advantage on my next attack.
Yeah, you can basically roll again to see if you get a natural 20 for this one.
Okay. That's not for damage, that's just for the D20.
Exactly.
Oh. Okay, I got 17, so 18.
Yeah, but it definitely hits. Go ahead and roll damage.
Nice. Okay. And then I can also add the sneak attack damage as
Exactly.
well. Yes. Awesome. Okay. Math, 12.
12 points of damage. Yeah, you sort of slice into this thing. You actually like find an opening between two of the large metal plating, and you can feel yourself sort of slice a bit of like the gears and wires. Well, not wires, but like stretching tubes within as you do damage. Up next is this creature's turn. You can see that its single glass eye starts to glow, and you hear this whirring sound inside of it. Will everyone make a dexterity saving throw? As you can see, all of the metal sort of at the sides of the room is beginning to be pulled towards this creature, and suddenly it shoots towards the creature.
17.
17. Both of you kind of having this forewarned knowledge of what would happen, duck out of the way as like a huge foot slams into this creature, and another hand crashes into this creature. It actually damages itself by doing so, since you guys didn't take any of that damage, and it does 16 points of damage to itself, as you can see a huge arm slams into it.
I'm so sorry. I know we're mid combat.
No, go ahead.
Take a quick break.
Sure, are you okay?
Yeah, I need to pee so bad.
All right, we're gonna take a quick break mid combat for pee break, and we'll be right back.
Sorry.
Love a pee break. We'll be back.
Whose turn is next?
Your turn is next. Go pee while it's Tuyen's turn. Sorry, well, it's Tisryn's turn. Tisryn, it is now your turn. Really think
There are
about
also
what you want to
police
do.
coming. The police are coming.
They're coming to arrest my camera.
Yes, I want to bash this egg thing again.
Yeah, go ahead and roll me another attack.
Oh, natural 1.
You bring your quarter you bring your quarter snaff above your head. You slam it down, and it just sort of coats off of the side of this sort of circular egg, and you actually catch it on the ground, and it pops up and sort of smacks you in the side of the jaw by accident. Doesn't do any damage, but it's just sort of embarrassing.
Okay, and I shake that off, and I channel my key energy, and I do flurry of blows.
All right.
But I try to punch, not scratch with talons.
I love it.
First one, natural 20.
Wow, what a comeback.
So that is 10 points of bludgeoning damage.
10 points of... Okay, you are feeling pretty pissed about missing so poorly on this first one. You do an incredible, full-on swirl, slam it down in this thing, and you can see it. You can hear the metal bend, and you're actually pretty impressed with yourself, sort of smashing through metal as it kind of opens, and inside you can just make out the face of a younger goblin sort of looking up, afraid at you. This thing is just hanging on. You feel like you could probably break it.
I try one more time with other fist. Natural 20.
Whoa!
Yeah, so lucky.
All right, wait.
Awesome.
Unbelievable. Tuyen, how do you want to crack this egg with double natural... Sorry, Tisryn, how do you want to crack this egg with double natural 20s?
Oh.
It is total martial arts mastery of no, the body doesn't move. The fist, it's the power of the fist is brought down, and you almost feel and see the resounding energy be distributed through the metal, and it collapses and cracks, but like perfectly still in my body, except for my hand.
Amazing. And you just you feel that punch. All the energy is transferred into this sort of thick metal orb, and you can see that like you watch as these cracks sort of trace around it, and it's almost for a moment it stays together, like just that the cracks have sort of formed, and then in an instant the energy is unleashed and slamming against all of the walls are this sort of egg opens up, and you are just looking down at this little goblin. They are wearing sort of all black, and they hold their hands up and say, please don't hurt me.
Call off the automaton.
Yes. Metallic magnets, stand down. And you can see that immediately as this creature says it, the sort of automaton that was on top of you, Tuyen, just sort of goes to sort of a neutral standing stance, and says, please, what do you want of me? Why won't you let me have my revenge?
What's your revenge? Who are you trying to get revenge on?
Are you here to stop me?
We are here to stop you. Your automaton broke the smithery.
I'm sorry, I needed the metal so I could make more beings for my revenge.
You
What is
keep
your
mentioning revenge. What are you trying to do exactly?
He sort of stands up for a second and brushes himself off and says, have you ever heard of a being named Millie?
Millie? The dean?
I don't think she's a dean unless she's upgraded. She's
the counselor?
Yes, the administrative assistant of Rio Del Mar.
Do not
Yeah,
like
she's
her.
kind of mean.
Mean
Not like her.
only begins to describe it, and I will have my revenge upon her.
Wait, so did she say something to you and now you want to take revenge on the campus? Or
She didn't just say something to me. She expelled me from school.
Whoa, that's
Yes.
I
intense.
will help you take your revenge.
Well, hang on. Before we
This
disagree-
goblin puts a hand out.
before
outstretched
we
to you,
shake
to-
on it, before we shake on anything, do we want to talk about what exactly you're planning on doing?
Well, my plan was to build an army of automatons to attack the school and destroy her and her office. It's not an amazing plan, but it's the only one I could conceive of.
You know, that requires so much work and
I know.
dedication, and I think
Thank
it's
you.
amazing that you are doing this. I feel like there's probably a more constructive way to resolve the problems that you have with Millie. Like maybe these amazing robots that you're building could like help the campus instead of hurting people and destroying things. And then maybe they would let you re-enroll because you're helping out the campus with your amazing, brilliant creations. You seem
But
very
can one
smart.
of his amazing, brilliant creations at least smack her around a little bit?
Tisryn, you can't just smack people around like
She
that
needs it.
unless they're like hurting other people.
She's
Which
hurting us. She hurt him.
she-
She hurt me.
Listen.
Okay, I
My
see I see
name-
what you're saying.
My name is Grogalog.
Hello,
I
Rogalog.
Nice
was
to meet you,
once a
Grogalog.
student at Rio Del Mar. Now, I will admit, I failed 2 classes. 2 classes. I didn't know it was an offense you could be expelled for, but I have. It's not an excuse, it's just the truth. I was in love. I fell in love with a senior at school. Solar Daisy was her name. Blue-eyed, red-skinned, dragonborn. She had everything, and for 2 short classes, I spent all my days and time with her. I figured I was intelligent enough that I could catch up, but Millie had it out for me, and she wanted to break me, steal my soul, but I decided the only way to get it back would be to have my revenge.
Wait. She wanted to steal your soul?
That's what it felt like. She wanted to crack me open and make sure that I was nothing but a husk of what I used to be.
I am familiar with this feeling.
Yes, I can tell. I see it in your eyes, friend. You know the pain she causes.
That's really awful, and no one deserves to be treated that way. I think that we should probably try talking to someone that's like above her.
No,
Like-
no.
Is anyone above her?
I don't know. Maybe the dean, but I've never spoken to the dean. I don't know anyone who's spoken to the dean ever. What about this? I might have been overzealous with these creatures, these creations of doom, but all I really want is to be able to start my life over again, but this black mark hangs over me whenever I apply to other schools. They know I've been unfairly expelled and won't let me in. Perhaps...
Black mark that hangs over your head in the sky?
What?
A black mark hangs over your head in the sky?
I think what our friend here is trying to say is that this bad reputation sort of follows him, even though he hasn't really done anything wrong except for miss a couple classes, which that shouldn't be something you get expelled for.
Exactly.
I mean, maybe we can try to reason with her or talk to someone else
There's
instead
no
of
reason,
her.
really.
There's no reasoning.
I don't know. I can be very persuasive.
Well, if you'd like to try that, go right ahead, but I won't put my faith in a few simple words with a creature like that. But what about this? I was slow at making friends, but there is a chance if we snuck into her office and recovered my expulsion records and destroyed them, then I could finally move on with my life. It wouldn't be hanging over my head. We wouldn't have to kill or destroy or smash anything other than maybe a door or two to get in. And And who knows? She might not even be there, and we could just be in, out, and I could move on and put all this. And he sort of motions. You can now see this like elaborate machinery, huge sort of tables filled with different things to be built and reassembled. I could leave all this behind or bring it with me and try and make something good out of it.
Yeah, you have amazing like concepts and materials here to be able to fight monsters and protect students on campus, wherever you end up applying to. I mean, I don't know if you want to come back to Real Del Mar or if you want to go to a different school, but you're doing great things here, and I think that you deserve a second chance. Everyone deserves a second chance.
You can see that he starts to well up with tears and says, "That's
Oh, buddy.
no, I'm all right. That's just very kind of you. Two people one who understands my deep hatred of this person and what a bad person they are, and somebody who appreciates me for what I have to offer. I never thought I would ever find two people quite like you."
Oh, well, you're very special yourself too. And yeah, Tisryn here is really awesome. And oh, I hope you get to meet our friend Rufus. He's really cool too.
I can't imagine that there could be another one of you as amazing as you two are. That would be mind-blowing.
Oh. All right. Well, okay. I think here's the game plan. If Millie happens to be there in her office, maybe we could try to create a diversion of some kind. This may be way out there, so feel free to like interrupt and like give your thoughts, but maybe Tisryn, you could try to like call her from outside and be like, "Millie, come here. I have words to have with you." And then when she leaves, I can sneak in and try to find the expulsion
I
records.
will find the courage in my bones to face her again.
I believe you. You can do this. Will be your chance to tangle with her. This is your one chance to really confront her and let her know what's been on your mind.
If we're going to do battle with her, why don't I bring my death machines and we can slaughter her?
Well,
her blood will run in the cobblestones of Real Del Mar, just as I imagined.
I don't think the death part is necessary. We don't want to have blood on our hands. We can, maybe just we can be physical without causing death, I think.
Interesting.
Punch her lights out. I've heard this phrase now.
Yes. Punch all of the teeth out of her stupid head.
We don't want you
every last tooth
either.
Punched out of her head.
I hold on. I don't think we want Tisryn to get expelled either.
No. Well, what about this? What if we try and enter in the dead of night when nobody will be there? I don't know. I'm not quite so handy at breaking and entering or snooping, but perhaps if you all could do that,
I can help.
We could go together.
Sure.
Tuyen can sometimes do those things.
Sometimes it's, I'm still working on building up those skills, but I'll do my best.
Well, perhaps this is wonderful. This is just wonderful. I can't believe I could actually have my life back. Perhaps we could rest in the farmhouse. Have a little bit of food, and then as it starts to get dark, we could make our way there. I haven't been back to campus in a year. It would be good to remember and see all the places me and Daisy used to go.
Oh, and what happened?
Where's Daisy now? She's gone?
Yeah, what happened with you and Daisy?
Well, because I was expelled, we fell out of touch. She graduated and moved on with her life.
Well, I mean, hey, you never know. Maybe she's still waiting to hear from you.
Maybe.
You never know.
But I don't want to face her with this hate in my heart. I want a clean conscience, a new slate.
Yeah.
You okay? Tuyen?
What is a slate?
What is
Tisryn.
this?
My name is Tisryn.
Oh, no, I was asking Tuyen if he was okay. You seem fine. Sorry.
Just making sure Tisryn here got everything out of his mind. that you wanted
It's
to
okay.
ask?
I want to ask you, Tuyen, will you be careful with love so you do not get expelled?
I will make sure to prioritize my studies so that I don't get expelled. Although I do feel like love is an important quest as well, but I appreciate
Quest?
it.
Love is a
It's
quest?
You can see
kind of is.
Grogalog leans into you, this sort of small goblin. Very well kept, long, pointy green nose and pointy green ears. There's one silver earring hanging out, and he leans into both of you and sort of reaches up and puts his sort of spindly hands on both of your shoulders and says, "Ah, friends, love is the greatest quest of all."
Aw. Speaking of Tisryn, did you know that red hawks mate for life?
No. But my parents have mated for life.
Yeah. So when the right person comes along at the right time, and you feel like you want to spend your life with that person in a way that's like more than a friendship, I'm rooting for you, and I hope that you have fun and feel loved and supported. We could talk more about this later.
Grogalog brings you in the farmhouse. You can see there's like drawings and illustrations, manuals and things that he's working on and building sort of scattered everywhere within. And sort of brings you out a small plate of like bread and jam. And as the sun sets and you prepare to try and break into Millie's office at the Khan Academic Student Center, we'll take a little intermission there.
Okay.
And we'll see y'all in 5 minutes, friends.
Okay.
everybody. We are back. You have all watched the sun set through this farmhouse. Grogalog actually comes out of what looks to be a small bedroom and hands you both a little note that he has. And you can see that it is a little note that you would actually recognize, Tisryn. It says it's in the same sort of font and stylings as the Khan Academic Student Center. And it says, "Dear Grogalog, you have failed 2 classes in a row in the evaluation of the Khan Academic Resource Center. You simply don't have what it takes to be a student at Rio Del Mar. Your enrollment has been terminated effective immediately. Signed, Millie and the Khan Academic Resource Center." Me too. Me too, friend. That's why I haven't been able to get it out of my head. The cruelty is so unnecessary.
It really is harsh for just, like, missing a class a couple of times should not mean that you fail it. It doesn't affect your ability to do your schoolwork that much. I mean, I don't know who makes these decisions. Is it Millie?
Millie!
Is she really the one making up the rules, though?
Yes.
I feel like that's too much power for just one person to have. I feel like there should be like a board of administrators. I don't know. We can get into this with the dean if we ever end up meeting this mysterious dean.
Grogalog leans over to you, Tisryn, and goes, "Is he always this naive about things?"
No, leans over to Tisryn or Tuyen?
To Tisryn.
Says, "Is Tuyen always this naive?"
Yeah.
What is naive?
Oh, never mind.
I just feel like, we can make the changes happen that we want to in the world. Like,
Oh
like
my
I feel
gosh.
like, we could just...
Don't get me wrong, it's adorable, but it's intractable.
Grogalog, Tuyen has a love interest.
Really?
If you are interested, you must stand aside.
If I'm interested in, no.
You said adorable.
I mean, he is adorable, but that doesn't indicate anything farther than that.
Yeah,
It does not? I'm so confused.
Earlier, we were discussing the different types of attraction. There's like platonic, which means you just want to be friends. And then there's romantic, which means that you want to be more than friends. You want to like kiss and go on dates and, do romantic stuff together. And then there's like the physical attraction, which is like you want to like, well, we can have that part of the conversation later.
Grogalog, I was wondering, how did you get this farmhouse?
I found it. I've spent the past 6 months restoring it. It was abandoned here. I moved in and slowly have been purloining things from campus to make it better and better.
Purloining?
Is that not a word? I kind of said it thinking it was a word. Tuyen, is that a word, purloining?
I have no idea.
Well, I thought it
might
meant...
be a word that you still not know what it means.
I thought it meant stealing. But now I'm not so...
Stealing?
Yes. And that's what I made my metallic robot for, to steal the
Steal.
Exactly. Now that was adorable.
I'm not interested. Let us go.
Oh.
It's okay. Hey, Tisryn, you just relax. Nobody's gonna hurt you, bud.
That is not true. I've been hurt many times. I almost died recently.
Hey, that's a really good point. I take it back. I'm not gonna hurt you.
Your automaton tried to hurt us.
Oh, that's also a good point. All right. Well, I won't try and hurt you anymore after this.
Okay.
Tisryn, as you guys start to walk towards campus, the sun is setting. You're still pretty far away, and he says, I always thought that I would spend my life tinkering and tooling on different robots and creatures, but when I fell in love, there was nothing better than that. It was the best feeling in the world, but then when I lost it, it was the worst feeling in the world, and I don't know it. I can understand why you would be hesitant to participate in something like that, because it can be great, but it can be hell.
Yeah, I hear that. Heartbreak is always hard. But, it's better to have loved than to have not, right?
I hope so. I hope you're right. As you guys are sort of walking forward, you can see it's night. Would you all make a stealth check as you try and make your way towards...
I better not roll a 5. 15.
I'm so disturbed by the conversation. I rolled a natural 1.
a natural one?
Oh.
You guys move from tree to tree, trying to sort of stay out of sight. You were sort of making your way to the academic center. It's getting darker and darker, and you turn a corner, and you run right into Mark, who
Mark.
sort of catches you and starts and says, "Hey, what's going on? What are you guys up to? You seem like, is there something going on? Should I be worried?"
We are enacting a plot
A plot?
against Millie.
We are scheming.
You're gonna... Are you gonna kill Millie?
No.
Oh, we're not. Well, there was talk of that, but then I convinced us to maybe not do murder.
Well, can I...
To her office.
This is...
Things from...
This is awesome, and I want in.
Yes. You will help us.
Yeah. Who's your friend back there? Sort of.
Groggolog.
Groggolog. My name's Mark. And Groggolog sort of warily says, Groggolog.
Groggolog, Mark is the friend. We are study partners, even though he did not help me study, and I failed in class too. And that was also why Millie is my enemy. But it is not his fault. It is my fault.
Mark puts an arm on your shoulder, Tisryn, and says, any enemy of Millie is a friend of mine.
Yes.
And Groggolog sort of nods knowingly. He says, well, what's the plan?
So we're trying to sneak in now that it's sort of the dead of night and no one should be there. I have some pretty good stealth skills, so I'm going to try to sneak in there, maybe pick some locks if I need to, sneakily find the expulsion records from our friend here, Groggolog, and then we'll destroy them in a safe place.
Is there a window to her office?
Not that I know of. There's just the front door. She keeps things pretty tight over there because, of course, everyone would like to get a hand on their records who has to spend any time in there. But there's not much I could do. But I could keep watch.
Yes.
So that way,
Please
if
do,
somebody's
yeah.
coming, I could try and distract them.
Yes. Do this thing.
Do you have a weapon or something I could throw to try and distract people with?
I hand over a dart.
Ah, perfect. Yeah. All right. This is great. All right.
Put yourself in the eye with it.
Oh, okay. He sort of looks at it extremely close. Like, no. You all make your way until you're like sort of looking onto the very outside of the Khan Academic Resource Center. Will you all make a perception check to see if there is anything going on within?
17.
I got a 4.
A 4. Yeah, Tisryn, you sort of look around and it seems very quiet and still. It's dark within. There are no lights on in the Khan Academic Resource Center. There seems to be no students walking by on the cobblestone. And in the moonlight, you can see that these sort of double glass doors are closed.
Everything looks like it is in the clear. Groggolog, what are you going to do?
Well, I brought this, but it might come in handy later. He pulls out this like silver metallic ball. He says this will help defend us in case of attack. other than that, there's not much I can offer. Do we want to try and get inside?
Yeah. Can I see if the door is locked?
Yeah. Do you want to sort of stealth over, or do you want to just sort of make a break for it?
I will stealth over.
All right, roll me a stealth check as you sort of cross this open walkway where you've seen a lot of students pacing in the past.
14.
14? Yeah, you feel like have done enough to maybe blend into a couple of shadows, or at least move quickly enough that you are now at the front door. The front door looks to be two glass doors, but that are almost like double doors, but they are locked.
Okay. Can I try to pick one of them?
Yeah, go ahead and roll a lockpick check.
And I have advantage on sleight of hand. 13?
13. You put it in, and again, you're just not quite finding it. And you sort of look over your shoulder, waiting, but you're unable to have picked this specific lock.
Could I try the other door?
Yeah.
Let's see. With advantage. Thanks to Ahmed. 23.
23. Yes, with this one, you actually are able. You can feel eyes looking at you from across the way. You can feel your skin starting to get clammy as the pressure is starting to mount, and you are just about to worry that you're not going to be able to do this until you hear, and you feel that you've got one of these doors open.
Okay. Can I stealthily slip into the building?
Yeah. Roll a stealth check.
17.
Yeah, you sort of open the door and just slide right in. You can see it's this long hallway that sort of extends and curves to the right. Tisryn and Grogalog and Mark, what are you all doing?
You're asking yourself. I want to sneak over and try to go in quietly behind.
All right, Grogalog's going to come with you. Mark's going to say, if I see anyone, I'm going to throw this dart at them and say it was a joke.
It sounds like an excellent plan. Nothing can go wrong with that.
I'm going to roll a stealth check for Grogalog. He rolled a natural 20.
I rolled a 12.
Ooh.
Wow. So, Tuyen, you're about to sort of sneak across this pathway. You can see that your foot is about to just flick this pebble, and it sort of like clips it. It goes up in the air, and it's about to crack onto the ground. And Grogalog puts a hand out and catches this pebble in the air to keep everything stealthy. And you both make your way inside. You are now in the Khan Academic Resource Center. There's a long hallway that curves to the right. You know, to the right at the end of this hallway is where Millie's office would be.
I'm starting to get the sweats from trauma.
Yeah.
It's okay, Tisryn. It's okay. We're going to be okay. So we go to the right and go towards Millie's office.
Yeah, you walk down, you turn, and you see this large wooden door. It's been cleared of the webbing that Rufus put there a while ago. And you now stand in front of this door. Yeah.
Can I try to open the door stealthily?
Yeah. Go ahead and roll a stealth check.
Hoping for a good roll. 4.
4. You grab the door and you just... And it is locked, and you just loudly sort of twist the handle to try and open it. But it is locked.
Can I try to pick the lock?
Yeah, go ahead and roll another lockpick check.
All right. I rolled 11 for both of them.
11, yeah. You, again, are sort of unable to unlock this door.
I'm going to bash the door down.
All right, go ahead and give me an attack.
Natural 20.
Natural 20.
Nice.
Tisryn, will you explain how this door just explodes?
I take my quarterstaff behind me, and much like, except with the quarterstaff instead of my hand, it's like Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon. You can see the energy, like a ripple.
Yeah, you slam it down, and the door just turns into splinter and dust, and just sort of disappears onto the floor in front of you.
I was imagining that was Millie's face.
Yes.
Wow.
We can still kill her. It's not too late.
No.
Oh,
You can do it metaphorically. This is a word
Right.
that I've learned recently.
that's a good idea. Okay, well, I'll keep working on that. Inside, you see her office. Again, it's a sort of small, well-appointed office. There's a large desk in front. There's a file cabinet to the right, and then there's a large bookcase to the left, and a couple of potted plants.
I want to break one of the potted plants.
All right, go ahead and give me an attack.
12.
12. Dirt, debris. You can see that you've killed this plant probably as it snaps through in half, and yeah, you smash this potted plant.
That felt good.
Since honestly there's so much noise, I'm not even trying to be stealthy anymore. Can I just like rifle through trying to find
Roll me an investigation check. Do you want to check do you want to check the desk? You want to look at the desk, the file cabinet, or the bookcase?
The file cabinet first.
I would check
That's
the desk.
a 14.
All right, a 14. And Anthony, will you give me an investigation check?
13.
13. The desk, as you sort of open these doors, it's strangely empty. You drawer after drawer after drawer. You open, and there's nothing inside. Occasionally a pencil rolls to the side, but there's no like materials or anything. There is something that catches your eye, like on the center of the desk. It doesn't look placed there. It looks like it's something she might have been working on. And there is a sealed note that looks like it is made out to Rufus B. Jones. And there is a note on top of it, almost like it looks like not a Post-it note, but a reminder note that says, what does it say? Hold on, let me actually find what it says. It says, the note says, Bartholomew. Yeah, it says the end. No, it says, via the Bartholomews.
What does this mean?
I think it means that Rufus's friend is sending him a message. Should we take this?
Yes.
All right, and I pocket the note.
Sure, you have this note made out to Rufus in your pocket.
What about the file cabinet? Was I able to?
Yeah,
see
as
it?
you open the file cabinet, at first glance, you're a little confused. You pull the top one, totally empty. There's nothing in there at all. You pull the next one, it's totally empty again. You pull the bottom one, though, and it seems to pull out farther and farther. And in the back of this file cabinet, there seems to be something shimmering or almost rippling in the back of it.
Could I try to investigate that? I don't
Yeah,
have...
roll an investigation or an Arcana check.
11?
It's just a very strange, looks magical.
Can I poke at it with my quarterstaff?
You take your quarterstaff, and as you poke on it, it just sort of disappears through this sort of waving back of this file cabinet.
What do you think, Gorgolog?
I think perhaps there's nothing in this room. It's some potted plants, empty desk. Whatever we need is...
less potted plant than there was before.
He gives you a high five. Yeah. Yes, exactly. Whatever we need, I suspect is on the other side of that.
You want to crawl through and tell us what you see?
I will. Grogolog sort of snakes his body into this rather large file cabinet, and slowly disappears. His body, piece by piece, sort of disappears into this portal of some kind. He's gone. 30 seconds pass.
Should we follow him?
Yes. Let us go. I go.
Yeah, you sort of ram yourself into this file cabinet. You know, it's sort of stretching and bending, but you're able to push your head through. And the other side, you just see this long, empty hallway. And you can see Grogolog there, and it says, I wanted to see what this was before I came back, but it just looks like a hallway, and there's a door on the other end.
We must open the door and go in and see what is there.
I come through the portal as well.
Tuyen, help us open the door if you can.
The
Just an open question.
door is The door is probably about, it looks like 75 feet. You guys just want to walk over there?
Yeah. Is it
Yes.
dark?
No, it seems to just like be radiating light.
Huh.
I walk ahead with quarterstaff in hand.
As you step, you can feel that your foot sort of slips as this plate is pressed. Will you make a dexterity saving throw?
Ooh.
25.
25, yeah. You hear as these darts stick in the sides of the wall, but you're able to dodge them deftly out of the way. And you're about a quarter of the way there.
I suppose we should be more careful.
Yeah. There's some traps here. Should we maybe like throw something to set off the traps before we just walk into it? Let me see what I have in my inventory.
Can I poke ahead with my quarterstaff as I walk?
Yeah, roll a investigation check with advantage as you walk forward.
Dirty 20. No, that's not. I cannot roll a dirty 20. 18.
18. Yeah, you sort of poke ahead another 25 feet, and you can feel like at the very base of the floor, your quarterstaff sort of twangs like a little wire that was set, but it doesn't set it off. You just sort of touch it.
Can I step over it?
Yeah, you sort of step over it, and nothing
Careful,
happens.
look, there's a wire. Do not, you have to step over it.
I step over the wire very carefully.
Yeah, you sort of step over this wire. How do you?
Overlap.
Yeah.
Step over the wire.
You sure?
Do not touch the wire.
Okay, he steps over the wire. You've got about 25 feet left to this door.
I keep poking forward.
Roll another investigation check.
Natural 1.
Oh no. Can I help him with that?
You're
Too late.
poking forward. You think that you're like everything is
We're all
probably
clear.
fine.
Everything's okay.
You start to move forward with a bit more confidence, and your foot again presses on a different plate, but this time you can see above you these two plates move apart, and this huge gout of fire explodes downward on you. Will you make another dexterity saving throw?
Oh no.
21.
21. You again jump backwards. It's just this long spout of flame, just this like shooting flame for like a good 15 seconds, explodes in front of you, and then stop, and you can see the plates reset as the
Do
thing
not step
closes
on the
again.
plate.
You
Do not step on
okay?
that. Dude, I'm okay, but I have good reflexes.
Okay, I will avoid the plate.
Do not step on the plate, Gorgalog.
I won't. I definitely don't want to get hit by that giant piece of fire thing. You continue forward and you make it to the door. It's like a large wooden door set into these like bricks almost. And as you get closer to the door, you can actually feel yourself getting a little warmer. You can't tell if it's the weather inside or something going on, but it's just like as you're closer to the door, you feel just like a little warmer.
Is this a portal to hell?
I tried to open the door.
Yeah, you try to open the door. Go ahead and give me a Constitution saving throw.
10.
10. You take 4 points of damage as this electric shock sort of surges through you. But it seems like the door is locked.
Careful.
Okay, can I... If it's like an electric door... Hang on. Let me see. Do I have like gloves or something? You know,
Is the door metal or?
No, it's wood. You can try and bash it. Go ahead and make an attack.
I don't think I have any gloves.
26.
Go ahead and roll damage.
Oh,
12.
12 points of damage. Yeah, you slam into this door. You can see a huge section of like the top right corner sort of breaks off and you could see on the other side ahead. However, will you go ahead and give me another Constitution saving throw as this door again sort of jolts with this blue electric
Natural
energy?
20.
Natural 20. You're ready this time. You do the thing in Avatar where you actually catch it with your staff and it shoots out behind you, not hitting you at all.
Watch out, Gargalog and Tuyen. Do not get hit by this
Whoa!
spark of energy that is coming out of my quarterstaff.
He sort of
Wow.
moves out of the way.
That was badass.
You can maybe peek a little bit into the other room. The door still isn't completely open yet, but there is a bit of revealing into the next room.
What do I see?
Go ahead and give me a perception check.
12.
Yeah, just from like a first look, it's hard to sort of make out, but it just looks like a square, large room filled with filing cabinets.
This is what she is protecting. Her filing cabinet.
I think so. Yeah.
We have to get in there.
I hit the door again.
All right, roll me an attack.
13.
13. Yeah, go ahead and hit. Roll me damage again.
8.
8 points of damage. Yeah, you crack the door sort of in half. Give me one more Constitution saving throw as this door falls to the ground.
13.
13. You take 8 points of damage as this electricity surges into you again.
Are you okay, Tisryn?
Yes, you see me, I close my eyes, I take a deep breath, and I get in touch with my inner key energy, and I give myself, with the key point, I give myself, where is it? Where is it? Where is it? I can do something. Where is it? Yes, I give myself 6 points of healing energy.
Nice.
Oh,
Very nice.
Wow.
Yes, I can channel my own inner energy to help myself heal.
Wow, that's incredible.
Yes.
I guess all those calisthenics and meditation is paying off, huh?
Yes. Yes.
You see in front of you this room that's just sort of filled with filing cabinets.
Let us go and deal with these filing cabinets.
Are they organized or labeled at all, or is it just like...
Go ahead and as you walk inside, roll me an investigation check.
I hope to God it's alphabetized. 14.
14. It looks like there is some sort of alphabetized organization, though it is a little bit confusing where it starts and where it ends, where the beginning is and where it wraps around as this room sort of wraps around. And as you're sort of following all of the file cabinets, trying to figure out what is going on, you see from actually perched up at the entrance, at the wall where the door entrance is sort of hiding, these 3 creatures drop from the ceiling. They sort of are this dark purple with these like sharp spines everywhere, spines coming out of their back. They have this long tail with all these spines stuck in them, and they have these dark beady red eyes, and they look at you and say, one of them sort of looks at you and says, "I don't think you belong here."
Who are you?
We keep this place for Millie, of course, and you certainly are not Millie.
No, but Millie needs to be. And don't stop me.
What?
She sent us here, actually.
No, say
we're,
what. She sent you here?
Yeah, we're looking for a file that she asked us to retrieve for her. She's currently busy at the moment. Would you help us finding Grogalog's file here?
Interesting. Go ahead and roll me a deception check with disadvantage.
Oh no. Oh no. 8. I'm trying my best.
One of the things sort of walks up. It sort of is almost like walking a bit like a dinosaur as it sort of moves back and forth. It says, "Yes, I would love to help you find it," and then rears back one of its hands to strike at you. Everybody go ahead and roll initiative.
Oh.
You can also see that as you're rolling initiative, Grogalog sort of rolls this silver ball, which explodes into this large automaton. It's much more elegant and polished than the other ones, and almost glows with this blue light and sort of stands next to you regally in sort of a protective fashion.
Nice. Got a 7.
A 7?
12.
12. I'm
Did
sorry,
you roll
this,
for-
this
you rolling
map
for
is
the
very ugly.
Grogalog and-
Yes. Got this. Grogalog is this little man back here. He's sort of hiding behind his automaton. It doesn't look like Grogalog has any weapons or anything to defend himself with.
No.
So he might.
No.
He's probably gonna die.
No.
Sorry, Tuyen. What was your initiative again?
7.
7. And Tisryn, one more time.
12.
12. All right. Up first is one of the creature you were actually talking to, Tuyen, comes up, and it sort of opens its mouth to take a huge bite out of you. Does a 9 hit?
No.
Yeah, it sort of bites, but you lean back as these sharp teeth sort of gnash at you in front of you. And then you can see it sort of reaches back and grabs one of its spines out of its back and holds it like almost like a large pointed dagger. And it is going to try and stab you. Does a 16 hit?
Yes.
All right. That does 5 points of damage as it sort of jams into your side. But that is its turn. Up next is Tisryn.
It does not surprise me that such horrible creatures belong to Millie. And so the other, where am I? I'm on the left.
You're right here.
I go to the one in front of me and try to bash it.
All right, yeah, roll an attack.
This is a 13.
A 13 hits.
Oh,
13
take
hits.
that, you creature. 10 points of bludgeoning damage.
Yeah, you smash into this thing. You can see its sort of outer skeleton or these spikes crack off of it as you do a massive hit on it. It looks like it did a lot of pain to it.
Go Tisryn! Woo!
And I'm going to channel key energy and do 2 flurry of blows.
All right, go ahead and make 2 more
I'm going to
attacks.
scratch with the talons. That is a dirty 20.
That hits.
Which is that is for 7 points of bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
That's the one. The second, 21.
That hits.
And then that is
Nice.
for 6 points of bludgeoning, of slashing damage.
You smack this thing. You can see blood splash out of its head. And on the last punch, as you uppercut, you drag your talons into its stomach, pull back, and rip a huge piece out of it. And you can see it immediately coughs up a huge gout of blood and falls over dead in one fell attack.
I was thinking of Millie the whole time.
Wow.
You can up next is this this peacekeeper, which sort of just stands in front of Grogalog and says, "I will protect you," and takes a defensive stance. The sort of devil in front of it, or creature in front of it, sees this thing defend itself and charges at you, Tisryn, and you
Give
can
me
see
your worst.
it turns around and whips you with its spiky tail. Does a 18 hit?
Just hits.
Okay, that is going to be 6 points of piercing damage and another 8 points of fire damage as this tail, all these jagged spines pierce into you, and then this huge burst of fire shoots from its tail into your body.
When I said I'd do your worst, I did not really mean it.
Oh no.
That is going to be its turn. Up next is Tuyen.
Okay. I would like to use my bonus action to use the Elmar's Necklace of Prayer Beads.
Okay.
Cure wounds. I can do at. It says at second level of cure wounds.
That's correct.
So that's for my bonus action.
Yeah.
For Tisryn.
How much healing does he get?
How do I check?
Dude, it'll
I believe it's 2d8.
be 2d8 plus 1.
2d8 plus 1?
Yeah, so go ahead and roll that
plus 1.
healing
Okay.
up.
D8 is
The one
sorry.
that looks like double triangle, 2 pyramids on top of each other.
Okay. Yeah, I was able to do it through. Okay. Yeah.
Ooh.
7 plus 6 plus 1.
Wow.
14 points of healing.
Yeah, you grab this necklace and you can see it thrums, like one of those beads sort of thrums with a bit of energy, and Tisryn, you immediately feel that damage that hit you start to close up, and you sort of regain your composure.
Stay strong, my friend.
I will.
And then I still have an action, correct?
That's correct.
All right. I'd like to use my short sword to
All right.
attack the one that's
Roll
right
an
in front
attack.
of me.
You won't have advantage or sneak attack, but you can still make your attack.
19 to hit.
19 hits. Go ahead and roll damage.
Nice. 4 points of is that piercing damage? Yeah, piercing damage.
Yeah, you sort of slide your sword in and yank it out, and a splash of blood. Up next is this creature that is on top of you there. Wait, sorry, I did that wrong. 4 points. I just gave the wrong damage to the wrong person. Up next is the creature in front of you, Tuyen, who is also going to spin around and try and slam you with its tail. Does a 16 hit?
Yes.
All right. So as the spikes drive into you, you take 6 points of piercing damage, and then this flame of fire shoots directly into these small little wounds, and you take another 6 points of fire damage. As it sort of burns and singes your skin. It sort of drives into the side of your leg. All these tiny little pinpricks then filled with fire afterwards. Tisryn, it is now your turn.
I'm very angry at this one in front of me, and I'm going to bash it on the head with my quarterstaff.
All right, roll an attack.
16.
16 hits, roll damage.
Take that for 6 points of bludgeoning damage.
Yes.
Terrible. And then I'm going to spend another key point. Oh, wait. Yes, I'm going to spend another key point with the flurry of blows for 26 to hit.
That definitely hits.
Oh, I know.
That definitely.
And another 6 points of slashing damage.
6 points of slash. All right, yeah.
And so hold on. The target must. I want it to fall prone.
Sure. All right, hold on. Let me make a strength save, right?
Strength, dexterity.
Dexterity save. Okay, that's going to be a 17.
It saves, which makes me angrier. But that is a 26 to hit,
Yes.
Nice.
and that is 9 points of slashing damage.
Wow, this thing looks really, really bad. You sort of hit it with your quarterstaff. Do these 2 huge punches. Does it make another save on the second key strike, or just one?
Yes. Yes. Sorry, it can as well. Yes.
But it looks horrible. It looks like it's just barely hanging on. You can see one of its red eyes is dangling out of its socket.
Yes, you can make another dexterity saving throw.
All right. Second dex save is a 15.
Yes.
All right, that saves. Up next is Grogalog and his companion. You can see him whisper something forward to his companion, who and it's very slowly and not very gracefully sort of steps over the metal, sort of glistening off of the light in here, and he's going to try and bring this metallic hand back and smash it. That is going to be a 16 to hit, and that is going to do 2, 3, 5, 7. 7 points of damage to the one in front of you. It smacks it. Not a very good roll. But you can see it brings this metallic hand and smashes it in the back of the head as it sort of lurches forward. Up next is this one in front of you, Tisryn, and it is going to try to bite you and stab you. The first bite attack is going to be a 15 to hit.
No, I avoid it.
You push its leaning head out of the way, and then it pulls out one of its spines and goes to stab you. And does a 10 hit?
No!
And you just grab this spine as it's sort of coming forward and catch it in the air. Up next is Tuyen.
So tough. I would like to use another charge on the prayer beads to cast Cure Wounds on myself. As
All
my
right,
bonus
go ahead and
action.
roll your healing.
So that gives me 7
All
points
right.
of healing. Oh, feeling a little better. Shaking it off. And then I will use my short sword to attack the one in front
All
of
right,
me.
roll an attack.
And that is a 13?
13 hits.
Okay. 9 points of piercing damage.
Yeah, you stab into this creature. It still is hanging on, but again looks very, very bad. And it is now this creature's turn. It is going to try and bite you and stab at you. The first attack is a 17.
That definitely hits.
That's going to be 4 points of damage as these teeth grind into you. And the second is another 17 as it then reaches back and stabs you for 5 points of damage. As you sort of feel this spine pierce into your side. Tisryn, it is now your turn.
I'm so ready to have done with this. 15 to hit?
That hits.
Yes. May this be the killing blow. 7 points of bludgeoning damage with my quarterstaff.
You smacked this creature. You crack its head. Its sort of guts and brains splatter across the floor as it has died. What would you like to do with your bonus action and movement?
Take that, Millie's minion. And then I want to move to flank that creature.
Sure.
And I want to just unarmed strike, punch it in the face.
All right.
That is a 26 to hit.
Roll damage.
Nice.
And that is 8 points of slashing damage with my... I said punch, but I really want to...
How do you kill this creature?
This one too! My talons reach into its eyes and pull its eyeballs out, and then as it's escaping down its face, pulls its jaw off.
And you do so excellently, ripping this creature's entire jaw out of its mouth. And you know, these bodies sort of lay still around you. Suddenly, as this last body falls, its sort of head is sort of loose. You hear you hear this rushing, and you sort of look down, and you can see that the room is beginning to fill with water. It's actually moving fairly quickly. You can see it by the time you've even really noticed as this rush of water has plunged into this room. It's reached almost the first level of file cabinets. So if you want to try and find Grogalog's expulsion paper, give me investigation checks with advantage as Grogalog and his peacekeeper will help you.
Can I also destroy? Can I destroy water?
You wait, what'd you roll, Anthony?
Roll 2 5s.
2 5s, really bad.
4.
You can, but it seems like you won't be able to keep up with the amount of water that's coming to this room. But you may be able to, if it gets really bad, you might be able to breathe under it. So go ahead and roll me an investigation check with advantage.
Okay. Investigation with advantage. That is an 18.
An 18. Yeah, you run. You know, you already kind of got a look of the room, and you run to the G section. You pull open this thing. You're thumbing through. You can feel the water rushing towards you. For most people, that might increase their anxiety, but for you, you're actually very comfortable in this position. And so you're able to pull it out, and you pull out what looks like a very formal expulsion paper with Grogalog's name on it, and slam the file cabinet shut.
Grogalog, would you like to do the honors? And
Yes.
I quickly pass it over to him.
Yes, you can see he sort of runs over, pushing through the water, which is now up to his waist. He looks at you both and says, "Thank you, friends," and then rips this paper. You can see there's almost this wave of energy that explodes out of this paper. And then the water sort of just stops and is settled for a second. And then you can see one by one that all the file cabinets, you can hear just like as they all sort of are making this like clicking or clacking sound. You can't tell if something's being set off or if something's being locked. But
Oh no, I do not know how this. This is not my computer. The phone is ringing on the computer. I don't know what to do about it. I don't. Oh my god.
this is so funny. And Groglog turns to you, said, and says, "Unless there's something else you desperately need in here, I think we should get out of here."
Get out! Let's get
Wait,
out!
Tisryn, do you want to find your
No,
record?
No.
Okay.
You charge out. You go through the room. Do you try and avoid the traps from before?
Yeah.
You make
try to
your way
avoid
back.
the traps.
You jump over the plate. You jump over the wire. You jump over the second plate. You sort of push yourself out back through the file cabinet, and inside you just hear this kind of like, dunk. You're not quite sure what happened as you sort of push yourself out of the file cabinet back into Millie's office.
Where do we hear the dunk from?
From the other side of that portal.
Huh.
From behind us.
Yes.
Where we came from.
Yes.
What was that? This is also strange. Why does she have
It's
creatures?
very mysterious. Like, why would she need to protect her documents in a portal in like some sort of
Well,
magical
clearly
way?
students try to steal them.
Yeah. You know, you're right. You're absolutely right.
Oil plants, and I take the other plant, the potted plant, and I smash it on the ground.
Go ahead and roll an attack as you try and smash this plane on the ground.
12.
12, yeah. Plant smashes on the ground. Destroyed. Crocodile says we should get out of here. We might have alerted somebody. Do you want to run or stealth out?
Stealth.
All right. Roll me
Stealth,
stealth checks, and Crocodile will roll one too.
18.
Oh boy.
18.
21.
21. Groglog rolled a 10. So you guys are sort of running out. You can feel that Groglog's a little slippery, and he has this sort of automaton now behind him, which is sort of just clanking and moving as fast as it can. So it feels like you two are sort of stealthy, but Groglog is maybe not keeping up behind. You can see that outside, Mark is sort of waving for you guys to come out. You guys run out, and Mark says, "Quick, get out of here! Somebody's coming!"
Let's go.
Will you both make acrobatics check as you try to run away before somebody sees you?
Natural 20.
Yeah. I got a dirty 20.
Wow. Let's see what Grogalog got. A natural 20 for Grogalog.
Whoa!
Wow.
This is a lucky game.
You
Let's
both
go.
are able to scamper away. In the distance, you hear somebody like maybe throw something, and then somebody else go, "Ow! Did somebody just hit me with a dart?" As you both scamper away from the scene of this supposed crime, you sort of come into a clearing where you feel like you can be safe and catch your breath, and Grogalog turns to you both and says, "Friends, this is the greatest service anyone has ever done for me in my life. I simply don't know how to repay you, but the fact that I can move on with my life and maybe even reconnect with Daisy, perhaps she's out there waiting for me. I'm finally free."
Oh, I'm so happy for you, dude. Also, like, it was great fighting with you. I mean, if you ever want to tag along on our adventures in the future, we could definitely use the extra arm power or manpower.
I'll see what I can do. I don't think I should be seen around campus anymore, especially as it might draw attention to you. But perhaps maybe I can sneak in from time to time just to say hi.
Please do. And you can come in at dawn and do calisthenics with me.
Okay.
Really?
I mean, probably not. That's a little early for me, but just imagine I was there. How about that?
I will.
Thank you, friend. Thank you. Well, perhaps we should part ways then, lest I bring any more attention to you.
Best of luck to you.
And to you, my friend, and Tisryn, I do hope you find love here on campus. It's a great place to look for it. It won't hurt as bad as you think.
Oh, and good luck with everything, Grogalog. It was great to meet you.
Thank you, friends. Thank you. Grogalog turns and his sort of metal companion, and they sort of walk off and disappear into the night. As they're going off, you can see Groglog reach out and take the hand of his companion, his sort of metal being, and they hold hands and disappear. And you can see he's changed and happy and hopeful that maybe his life has turned around.
We helped someone tonight, Tuyen.
Yeah, no, I feel really good about that. I'm a little worried that Millie might be super pissed about her little gremlins or whatever they were being killed, but that's not our problem. That's her problem.
Horrible. They were horrible creatures who tried to attack you and they hurt me very badly.
Yeah,
It's
I'm
so
actually. I need to like lay down. I think I'll sleep this one off. I'm not feeling too great after that.
I understand. Let us go. And I put my arm around Tuyen's shoulder, and we walk together back to the dorm.
And that is where we will end the episode. Very, very sweet. Thank you all for being with us today. Thank you to my players for going on a incredible journey with me as we did our absolute best, and you guys were amazing. Thank you all for being here, for catching the makeup session. We'll keep you posted on what our plan is for Sunday, depending on how people are feeling and how people are doing. It's still up in the air, but we will keep you all posted. We so appreciate you all, and thank you for letting us play some D&D together.
How many natural 20s did we roll?
That was a lot. Did
Somebody
someone
will
keep
count them at, because there was a lot of natural 20s and a lot of natural ones. It was like truly crazy. Thank you guys so much, and we will see you all soon, friends. Bye-bye.